getting to know a lot of new guys this week. One of them, of course, is the linebacker. Donnell Ellerbe won a Super Bowl with the Ravens this past season. Now he's going to be a linebacker for the Miami Dolphins. Donnell, welcome to town, and congratulations on the Super Bowl. Does that feel like a long time ago already, considering everything you've just been through?
Nah, thank you for having me. But, it seemed like it all ran together. It's all running in together.
I imagine. What did you learn from that run to the Super Bowl championship that you can apply moving forward?
It's just that you can never give up. It always can seem like you're about to lose a game, but you can never lose faith. You always got to keep pushing forward and keep fighting till the clock goes to zero.
Kind of randomly and coincidentally, you and I actually spoke Super Bowl week. I was one of probably 1,000 people to grab you on Media Day, that circus on Tuesday of Super Bowl week. But we did talk about Ray Lewis and everything that he's meant to you over the course of your career. For this audience, could you just tell us about what it was like being in meeting rooms with him, watching film with him, playing next to him, and what you got out of that?
It was an awesome experience. It kind of went from experience of all to, like, he one of the boys, and, like, you still had that respect for him, but it's just like a guy that nature that you could just be around and just have fun with and just respect a guy like that. He installed a lot in me. He told me when I first got there that it was a business. You come in, do your job, and go home, and I always kept that in mind. And just from watching him taking notes, watching him asking questions still at 17 years, like, it was a point in time he been in the league longer than some of the coaches that coached him, and he still was like humble and that student that wanted to get more, and how he watched film, and it's just a lot, man.
Donnell, I can imagine it was a little bit of a shock when you heard about the Miami Dolphins have an interest in you. You probably thought you may stick in Baltimore or go somewhere else. Now that the shock is over and you are a Miami Dolphin, did you get a chance to talk with defensive coordinator Kevin Coyle about the scheme and how they want to play defense utilizing your skill set?
We haven't got that deep into it yet, but he told me everything that he liked about my skill set, like how I play the game and how aggressive I am and how physical and things like that. And he didn't want to get too much into the football aspect. He just wanted to sit there and have a conversation, really.
Does the 3-4-4-3 thing matter to you at all? It seems like every time we get a guy that played in a different system, or last year the Dolphins switched from a 3-4 to a 4-3, everybody wanted to talk about it endlessly, but all the players kept saying, nah, it's not that big of a deal.
No, it's not, because, I played in the same defense in college. And then they told me that I couldn't play in a 3-4. So now I prospered in a 3-4. So it's all just playing football, man.
You mentioned college at the University of Georgia, of course. You played for Mark Richt, who grew up down here, went to the University of Miami. And one of your teammates at Georgia was Rashad Jones, who had a breakout year for the Dolphins last year. Looking forward to reconnecting with Rashad?
Oh, yeah. It was always fun to have Rashad around, man. He's a jovial guy, man. I love him, man. He's like a brother to me. And for him to be doing as well as he is in the league right now, man, it means the world to me.
How nice was it to have the experience of going through a great playoff run, and especially playing at a high level that you did last season, and now winning the Super Bowl and being able to come to a team that seems like they're on the cusp of making changes to try to get to where you guys were?
It means a lot, man. Just from the whole background of just my whole grind trying to get here, it seems like everything just falling into place, like the Super Bowl and this, like being able to come to a place like this up and coming, especially with the defense that's getting better, especially a defense that was like number one in the red zone, and
right.
We was number two at the Ravens. So I got a lot for this defense, man, and I'm just ready to add to it.
A lot of reasons to smile.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of reasons to smile. Donnell Ellerbe is here, new linebacker for the Dolphins. What did you know about this defense, kind of from a distance, obviously, in Baltimore? You're talking so highly of it. What did you know coming into this whole process?
Coming into it, basically I knew little. I knew it was a 4-3, and I knew the defensive line, and y'all had pass rushers coming out the edge.
Yeah, Cameron Wake obviously is a guy that everybody's a big fan of down here. I guess it's nice as a linebacker knowing you're going to be playing behind a defensive line as good as that one.
Oh, yeah, that's the key to it. When you got linebackers that can flow without offensive linemen in their face, working to the second level all fast, that's heaven for a linebacker. But you still got to be able to come take on blocks and shed blocks and make tackles too. So I feel like I do all that.
Let's talk about another part of the game, and let's talk about those tight ends. That's a big hot topic around the entire NFL. Every offense, it seems like, is looking for that next seam threat tight end. That's a guy that you've been locked up with a lot in the past, playing for Baltimore. Talk to us about covering a tight end, what you can do to try and limit these guys, because they're becoming more and more dangerous every year, it seems like.
Oh, yeah, there's certain things that you can do. You can line up and, bang them first, then run with them, take their timing off, or you can get some of your D linemen to hit them before they get off the ball. There's different ways that you could go about it, and sometimes you just got to cover, So there's different things that you can do, but, the tight ends are getting better and better, and they're getting bigger and they're getting faster. So it's definitely difficult.
And listening and talking to the local media, you were talking about the matchups that you had in Baltimore against the New England Patriots. And that's a team that the Miami Dolphins are trying to close that gap in the AFC East. What's the biggest key, if you had one key going against the New England Patriots to try to stop Tom Brady in that offense? What would you say it would be?
It couldn't just be one key. But
I'll give you a couple keys.
I say you have to get after Tom Brady, and you can't panic because they got an offense where they're gonna move the ball, and you're just gonna have to play defense the whole way down the field if they drive you down the field, or you can get out the field quick. It's just the type of offense that they got because they have to catch the ball. If they drop the ball, they don't want third and long. They don't want second and long.
Very good. Donnell Ellerby, new linebacker. Came into the league 2009 as a Baltimore Raven, won a Super Bowl with the Ravens this year. Now he's going to be a member of the Miami Dolphin linebacking corps. Appreciate you coming in. Welcome to South Florida, and look forward to seeing you out on the field.
Thank you.
Get rid of those big coats.